We are in the last of the 5 concept areas. Now note, these standards can be taught in any order. So even though we started with impacts of computing and we ended with digital literacy, it doesn't mean that you have to teach them in that order. Feel free to embed these standards into anywhere that fits within your concept areas or your curriculum within your classroom. So with digital literacy, it's broken down into 2 parts: digital use and digital citizenship. Digital use has 5 standards, the first one being keyboarding. So if you use a keyboarding program already, you're already covered on that one. As we move into DL2, we're thinking about selecting appropriate digital tools to communicate and collaborate while learning with others. Students progress from understanding that people use digital tools to communicate and collaborate to how they use the tools. Communication and collaboration should be purposeful and, when possible and appropriate, with an authentic audience. So this could be bringing in an expert and having your students discuss things with them virtually. It could be connecting with another classroom to do a global project. It could be, working on a Google Doc with another classroom. Really, we're thinking about having our students use digital tools in authentic ways. As we move to DL3, we're conducting and refining advanced multi-criteria digital searches to locate content relevant to varied learning goals. So this is really the research part that we often do within our classrooms, especially in ELA and social studies. But you also want your students to understand how to filter those results to get the search criteria that they need. As we move into DL4, we're using a variety of digital tools and resources to create and revise digital artifacts. So our students should be editing and creating and collaborating on a digital portfolio to create something. So this could be a digital portfolio. It could be a slide deck. It could be a multimedia presentation. It could be a video, but the student should be the one doing all the work. As we move into DL5, the students should be able to identify common features of digital technologies. So let's say your students up to 4th grade were using Seesaw as their learning management platform, and now they're using Google Classroom, seeing how they can transfer those skills. Or they may have been using Google Docs and now they're using Microsoft Word. So you want to help your students to be able to identify what was the same and what's different as you're looking at different technologies. And then finally, we have digital citizenship, and there are 2 standards here that are incredibly important and probably could be embedded all the way through as you're doing different things within your classroom. DL6 is describe persistence of digital information and explain how actions in online spaces can have consequences. So this is really our students thinking about managing their digital identities, being proud of what's out there, and making sure that they realize that anything they post will always be on or available online. And then for DL7, it's identify and describe actions in online spaces that could potentially be unsafe or harmful. Here we want our students to be aware of and know what to do if they experience cyberbullying. And we also want to put some focus on what they could do to use that platform in really positive ways. So we can showcase this through teenagers that are already leading the charge in this space, or we could have our students practice these skills in a safe environment within our classrooms.